And once again, a very big welcome back into Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium as we are into quarterfinal game number 3 on the winner's side of the bracket. So far, Southeast Springfield and Rockford East have advanced to semifinal action later tonight. Next up, Decatur MacArthur taking on the Collinsville Kahawks after Collinsville's big win yesterday over Hansberry Prep out of Chicago, 100-36. And Decatur MacArthur, they're here by virtue of their 55-47 win over O'Fallon. As we welcome you into a little brief pregame show here. It's been a long morning so far as we have made it into the afternoon. Just 2 games in the books, and it's taken us about 4.5 hours or 3.5 hours or so to get those 2 games in as we get you set for this game between Collinsville and Decatur MacArthur. Collinsville now 11-2. Decatur MacArthur now 4-6 on the year. And joining us here for this Collinsville game on the other microphone is Dave Wilhelm, formerly of the Belleville News-Democrat, now working for the Post-Dispatch. But you have the day off today, so you're enjoying some basketball.
Yeah, sort of. You know, I got to be out here anyway. I'm a creature of habit. I had to be around the game. I've been here 30-some years, so I might as well come out and watch. Better than sitting at home watching bad bowl football, right? So, yeah, those first 2 games took a long time. We had some unfortunate injuries, and then we had an overtime game. So hopefully we get through this one unscathed and, ready to go. And I'll try not to trip on the cords when I leave here today. Man, oh, man, getting old.
We'll make sure that doesn't happen this time.
That's not very good on my part.
The game that just ended, man, Rockford East and East St. Louis, boy, it was a good game all the way down to the end and into overtime. You got a feel for Terrence Hargrove. He had a chance to win that there at the free throw line before we went into overtime. He didn't. They end up losing.
All-state player, 3 seconds left, makes the first one, which is the hard one you figure, then pulls up a little bit on the second one, and then they lose in overtime. That's a really tough loss for East St. Louis. But you know what? East St. Louis did it to Collinsville, won a game. So, it all evens out in the end, I like to think. But, boy, that's a tough loss because they had them on the ropes and couldn't put them away.
That first semifinal matchup between Springfield Southeast and Rockford East should be a real good one.
Oh, yeah. Even, unfortunately, Springfield Southeast is going to be a little compromised roster-wise with Anthony Fairley definitely not playing. Hopefully Stephon Sims can come back and play. He came back to the bench and looked like he was okay, and I think he's all systems go for the next game. But you hate to see injuries in this tournament. You want everybody at the full strength, and we'll see what happens. They can still play pretty fast. They've got some pretty good athletes.
Yeah, that they do. All right, here is Collinsville and Decatur MacArthur. And Collinsville, as we kind of figured, just kind of destroyed Hansberry Prep out of Chicago yesterday afternoon, and that's got to give them a lot of confidence coming in here. And they got to work on some things yesterday, too.
Yeah, and, anybody playing Hansberry is going to boost their confidence level. I heard O'Fallon was winning the game over the other gym 25-0 early on. So Hansberry could possibly be the worst team that's performed down here by no fault of their own. Right. It was a late replacement for Riverview Garden. So, yeah, Collinsville took care of business early yesterday and scoring at will. Now today will be a little bit of a challenge. MacArthur's a lot more athletic and skilled than Hansberry. So Collinsville will have to be a little more, a little sharper today in order to pull this one off. They'll get a challenge from MacArthur, I think.
Yeah, Decatur MacArthur not as good as they have been the last couple of years they've been here, but they had a little bit of a struggle yesterday against the O'Fallon team that's not that good this year.
Yeah, O'Fallon needs a score. They don't have enough scoring, but, yeah, they struggle with O'Fallon, even though O'Fallon isn't a normal O'Fallon team. So this is a game on paper when you look at it, and we always talk about on paper not being what decides it. But on paper, Collinsville, if it plays this kind of game, should be able to handle this team. But you got to play the game. You got to be able to handle the pressure and the quickness.
All right, well, we are just about ready to go. We're going to take a break here, and when we come back, we'll have some basketball action for you. Collinsville taking on Decatur MacArthur next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Hey guys, I'm Dr. Chris McCluskey, and I'm excited to be here talking to you about one of our favorite products that we offer to the practice members in our office. It's called Rico's Bioenergy Band. Now, over the last 15 years that I've been in health and wellness, we've been blessed to grow one of the busiest pediatric and family wellness centers in the United States, where we've helped tens of thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands of people. So today we're going to talk about Rico's Bioenergy Bands. It's a simple band that you wear around your wrist or your ankle. We even have dog bands. What the Bioenergy Band does, it helps you live a higher quality of life, which is exactly what my purpose in life is to help as many people live as high quality of life for as long as possible. So we're going to introduce to you Rico, the band, the science and technology. We're going to perform a test for y'all to show you how the product works.
I'm Rico with Rico's Bioenergy. I created Rico's Bioenergy wristbands. We've been around for around 7 years, and this company has grown to a $20 million company because we have a great product and it works.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahoks.
And once again, we welcome you back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Todd Duke and Dave Wilhelm on the microphone. Zach Roseman on the camera and the scoreboard, as we are just about ready here for Collinsville taking on Decatur MacArthur. Your starting lineup for the Generals. Tiandre Woodland will get the start. He scored 4 points in yesterday's game. Caden Lowry had 11. He'll get the start as well. Keon Jones and Kari Talaferro led their team yesterday with 12 points each, and both of them will get the start here this afternoon. And A.J. Lawson, who chipped in 4 points in yesterday's game, will also get the start. So Talaferro will take the place of Skylar Walker, who got the start in yesterday's game. For Collinsville, the same starting five they had in yesterday's big win over Hansberry Prep. Zane Baker, Kawan Smith, Rayshawn Taylor, Marshall Harrison, and Kedrian Jones. The Kahawks are the visitors here today in this contest, and they are dressed in all purple. Numbers are in white with the word Collinsville written across the fronts of their jerseys. The Generals, they are dressed in their home white uniforms. They are trimmed in blue. Numbers are in blue, and the word Generals across the front of their jerseys. We are just about ready to go. Between these two teams, winner will move on to take on the winner of the next game between Granite City and Lincoln. Those two teams are already in the building, sitting in the opposite balcony area, as everything is behind schedule here. So everybody's showing up early, expecting their games are going to be soon, and they are in for a rude awakening when they find out it's going to be a little bit longer than expected. And I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, no doubt. And the hospitality room is closed for this Collinsville game. I think everybody from the media row is going to be in the hospitality room soon.
Soon, probably all through the next game.
Yes.
Well, I'm here doing the next game.
You're doing all the games.
I'm doing all the games.
I don't know how you hold out, but you're doing it.
We're doing all right. Zane Baker with a three-point shot to start us off with, and that misses the mark. The rebound belongs to the Generals. They bring it up. Keon Jones, and he moves it on up to A.J. Lawson. And Lawson off the glass for two, and the Generals are out in front first.
This is what we talked about, Todd, in the pregame. They're going to have to deal with the quickness. They're going to have to get back on defense a lot quicker than normally.
There is Zane Baker on the far side wing and gives it up to Rayshawn Taylor. Baker now up underneath trying to find Kedrian Jones. That ball is knocked out of bounds by Caden Lowry, and Collinsville will reset their offense. Inbound pass coming in from Taylor to Jones. Around the horn we go to Smith. Kawan gets it over to Baker. Over to this side now for Marshall Harrison. Harrison back to Zane Baker. Over to Kawan Smith. And now Rayshawn Taylor back over to Marshall Harrison. Harrison deep in the left corner, back out front for Zane Baker. Harrison will launch a three-point shot. That one skips across the rim and will not fall in. Collinsville 0 for 2 from the three-point stripe, and there are only 2 shots taken so far. Both times has resulted in a Generals rebound. Here are the Generals just outside the lane. Top of the key now for Lowry. Lowry takes a shot in the paint, can't get it to fall. Rebound put back up, still won't fall for Terrence Woodland. And then Jones comes in and tips it in for a 4-0 lead in favor of Decatur MacArthur.
You know, 2 small guys got 2 rebounds there, and that can't happen if they're going to win this game.
Here's Rayshawn Taylor, and a blocking foul going to be called against Kari Talaferro. First foul of this game belongs to the Generals. And Zane Baker will inbound at the end of the scorer's bench into the backcourt for Rayshawn Taylor.
You know, early on, Todd, they're going against the zone here, so they're gonna have to make some perimeter shots. It looks like MacArthur's quick. They start out in the zone, so Collinsville's going to be threatened or pushed to shoot from the outside.
And so far, they've done that twice and have come up with nothing. Here's the third try. Taylor gets it, and just like that, Collinsville's back to within 1 point. 4-3 early on. 2 minutes gone here in this first quarter. We could use a very fast-moving game here to try to get us back on track.
No doubt. Long
Here is
games.
Keon Jones. Jones backs up toward midcourt. Over onto the far side wing, that's Woodland. Woodland back out to Jones, top of the key. Inside the paint area and kicked it back outside. Here comes a three-point shot from Lowry. That one skips across the rim. Rebound underneath. They're going to blow a whistle first, and that's going to go against the Generals. And each team, well, the Generals have 2 fouls, excuse me.
I was beginning to wonder how they were getting all these rebounds with the smaller players. I guess we found out there.
Yeah.
A little foul action to get that rebound.
Lawson picks up his first, team second. Here is Rayshawn Taylor. Taylor directs traffic, gives it up to Kawan Smith. Smith, one dribble, gives it back to Taylor. Top of the key, over onto the side, bounce pass into the outside of the lane, and a throwaway by Jones as he was trying to find Kawan Smith. Instead, he threw it to Woodland, and Woodland with the ball top of the key, throws it over to Lawson. Lawson on the wing will give it back now to Woodland. Woodland, one dribble, picks it up, gives to Talaferro. Into the corner it goes, giving it back to Talaferro, and he loses control of the ball. Well, actually, I guess it was last touched by Rayshawn Taylor, so possession will remain with the Generals. 5:06 left to play here in this opening quarter. Generals inbound and right off the bat, off the glass for A.J. Lawson. 6-3, Generals up by 3.
So, Todd, I don't know what you think, but it looks like they're playing this zone not because they don't respect Collinsville's outside shooting, but they're using the zone to try to double down on Kadrian Jones when he gets the ball in the low blocks because they're so much undersized compared to Collinsville.
And that'll force Collinsville to have to take some three-point shots. There's a two-pointer by Rayshawn Taylor. Yesterday, Collinsville went 50% from the three-point stripe, 7 of 14, and a push from behind going to be called against Zane Baker. Collinsville will pick up their first foul.
Helps to have a guy like Rayshawn Taylor who can score and penetrate a little bit and get into that zone. He's active, and that'll be a challenge for MacArthur to keep up with him.
Collinsville trailing by 1. Here come the Generals. They bring the ball up to Jones. Keon Jones on the right wing, just outside the lane now for Lowry. Lowry gets it back out to Jones. Jones will launch a three from the corner. That skips across the far side of the rim, and we'll have a whistle on the play. And looks like we're going to have a foul against Woodland. And it is. That is the third team foul now for the Generals, so those will pile up early, and that'll help Collinsville out later if they can hit some free throws. Yesterday, they went 15 of 26 from the charity stripe. Here's Kawan Smith. Smith comes in from the right side. No room to move there. Back out front we go. Taylor, three-pointer from the left side. No good. Skips across the rim. There is Marshall Harrison with the putback, and it won't fall in, but Harrison will head to the line for 2. Marshall Harrison, 2 for 2 at the charity stripe in yesterday's game, as Aaron Moulton will look to check in for the first time for Collinsville. And then joining him is Jaqueen Matthews. He'll be ready to check in for the Generals after this first shot here by Marshall Harrison, and that one rims out.
And the free throw shooting just continues to be an issue for the Kahawks this season.
15 of 26 yesterday. That's not that good.
No. They're going to get in these close games, and that's what's going to hurt them because they got to make free throws. You got to at least make 70, 75%.
Well, we saw how missing free throws can affect the game in that last game when Hargrove missed his last shot. Next one also a little bit short for Marshall Harrison, so Harrison comes away empty, and the rebound falls right down into the hands of the Generals, but the turnover falls right down into the hands of Aaron Moulton. Here comes Rayshawn Taylor, and he is quadruple teamed over there, and that causes a turnover. Here comes Talaferro, too high off the glass. Rebound belongs to his teammate, and Keon Jones puts it off the glass and in. A 3-point lead for the Generals, 8-5. 3:35 left to play here in this opening quarter. Here is Taylor. Taylor over to Kawan Smith. Kawan from the left wing bounces it into Kadrian Jones, and a push from behind on Jones is going to get called against A.J. Lawson. So you need to see how you were talking about the down underneath play. I think that's why they brought in Moulton. Now Collinsville has both of their 6'6" guys in there.
You read my mind, Todd. That's one way to counteract the double team. You can't double team both of them because somebody's going to be open, obviously, if you double team them both.
Rayshon
Three
Taylor
guys will be open.
Set to inbound for Collinsville. And he does so into the corner for Kawan Smith, who almost traveled. Here's back to Taylor. Taylor bluffs a three from the left corner. Back out toward the top of the key for Smith. And then a little fingertip roll by the other big guy, Aaron Moulton, will get Collinsville back to within one again. Here come the Generals. The Generals have not trailed in this game thus far. Out to the wing, and then over on the opposite wing, that is Talifero out to the top of the key. A big three-point shot there by Keon Jones. And just when Collinsville gets back into one, the Generals hit a three-pointer. And now a steal. Little sloppy play there by Moulton and Smith on the way up. And Talifero makes them pay for it, 13-7. Here is Taylor. He drives through the lane, takes the shot, count it for two. Taylor will get two of those back. Collinsville trails by 4. Here is Talifero. Brings the ball up and then puts it into the hands of Jones. Another three-point shot. That one misses the mark, and the rebound this time belongs to Collinsville. Here is Kawan Smith. Smith was blocked out on the play. Coming up the court by Deion Jackson. And Jackson will pick up his first foul. It'll be the sixth team foul for Decatur MacArthur.
MacArthur clearly wants to run. They want to get up and down the floor quick, then establish a faster tempo here. But Collinsville can play fast. I'm not sure Coach Lee wants them to play that fast. But
another foul coming up here as that pass made it into the arms of Kadrian Jones, and I believe Caden Lowry will get called for this one. And he will. That'll be the team's 7th foul already. So you were right there, Mr. Wilhelm. This game may be decided on the free throw line, and Collinsville is going to get their chances early.
Yeah, and it looks like now MacArthur's playing more of with the two bigs in for Collinsville, Moulton and Jones. It looks like MacArthur's set on a 2-3 now instead of a 1-3-1 or 1-2-2, whatever they were playing earlier. But there again, this is going to be an issue this season, I'm afraid.
Kadrian Jones went 1 of 6 from the free throw line yesterday in that big win over Hansberry Prep, and now 0 for 1 today. So 1 for 7 here in this tournament for Jones so far. He's going to have to fix that. Here is Collinsville, or excuse me, here's the other Jones. And back out to the top of the key, three-point shot, too far off of the left-hand side by Matthews, and all the way down the end of the court. The ball comes, and we'll bring it back the other way.
You know, in that situation, you're making a 60-foot pass to a big man trying to get a break. What's the big man going to do when he gets the ball 13, 14 feet away from the basket? He's probably not going to drive in for an easy layup. He's
going to wait for the rest of his teammates
to catch
to
get there.
Yep.
Yeah, so it was a useless pass by
there's
Rayshon.
A trip by Kadrian Jones on Jakin Matthews. Officially, they call that a push.
Got to call it something, right?
Call it a trip. You know, it's not hockey. You can't get the tripping call. Here is Deion Jackson over in front of the Collinsville bench. And a steal by Kawan Smith. That's what he does best. Here is Kawan, fingertip roll, won't go. Put back good by Kadrian Jones. And Collinsville is back to within 2.
Great hustle play by Kadrian Jones to follow the play and work his tail off to get to the basket for the layup after the rebound.
13-11, Collinsville down by 2. 1 minute, 10 seconds left to play here in this opening quarter. On this near side wing, that is Deion Jackson. Jackson with a cross-court pass now to Matthews. Matthews back over to this side now for Jones. Jones has hit a couple of three-pointers. Comes in at the free throw line, has that knocked out by Moulton, picks it back up, takes the shot, can't get it to go. Marshall Harrison with the rebound for Collinsville. Up underneath, back to Moulton. Oh, Moulton gets fouled. That was going to be a nice, pretty play if they could have connected on it, but a foul for the Generals instead.
That was a nice effort by Collinsville. A nice team basketball, sharing the ball, and looked like Moulton was going to go in for an easy layup, but he got fouled pretty good.
Aaron Moulton at the free throw line did not take any shots from the charity stripe yesterday, and he does what Kadrian Jones can't, and that's hit a free throw. Collinsville back to within 1 once again. Zane Baker will check back into the game. He'll take the place of Marshall Harrison.
Coach Lee skipped on the purple suit today, I see.
Yeah, he wore that one yesterday. Second free throw good for Moulton, and we're tied.
He said at one point he might just keep wearing it as long as they keep winning. But
sure. You know how these coaches are. They're superstitious at times.
64-point win wasn't enough.
Yeah. Here's Jones, fadeaway jump shot that snakes through. Back to a 2-point lead for the MacArthur Generals as we are down to the final 30 seconds here in a fast-moving first quarter. Here is Kawan Smith at the free throw line, backs it up to Moulton. Moulton takes the off-balance shot and gets it to fall.
Moulton making some nice contributions since he came into the game.
We're tied at 15 seconds left, and now a foul by Kawan Smith.
Just a useless foul. I mean, there's no purpose to that, just wild play.
Inbound pass will come at the end of the bench from Kwai Smith. Smith gets it in to Jackson. Jackson brings it up court, gives it back to Smith. Smith up the court, 5 seconds left. He's in the perimeter, kick back out into the corner. Not a lot of room to move there. Shot rolls across the rim, no good, and at the buzzer. That's how the first quarter is played out, 15-15 between Collinsville and Decatur MacArthur. We will take a break and be right back here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Cullip Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Cullip Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all design styles from traditional to trend-setting. Cullip Jennings Florist is, of course, your place for beautiful flowers suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Cullip Jennings Florist is there for any of life's major moments. Cullip Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online, cullipjennings.com. Sloan's Pub House in Collinsville. Sloan's Pub House is now into their second year of operation on Main Street in Uptown Collinsville. Sloan's Pub House offers daily lunch and dinner specials that feature homemade pizza, burgers, sandwiches, salads, and more. Sloan's Pub House offers a great variety of craft libations for you adults, as well as a great brunch on Saturdays and Sundays. Sloan's Pub House, 119 West Main Street in Collinsville. Call 855-9100 or online, sloanspubhouse.com.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, I'm Todd Duke, Dave Wilhelm on the other microphone, on the scoreboard and the camera, Zach Roseman. We begin the second quarter of play, knotted at 15. Here comes Deion Jackson. Jackson gets it up now to Smith. Smith towards the top of the key, being watched by Aaron Moulton. Picks it out back outside, and a three-point shot skips across the rim. And there with the rebound is Rayshawn Taylor for Collinsville. He races it up this left side, gives to Moulton. Moulton trying to find Jones underneath. A little bit too high of a pass for Jones. Outlet pass to Smith, and Kwai Smith too hard off the glass. Jones with the rebound for the Generals. He'll put it back up and in. And now Coach Lee would like to call a timeout. That'll give us a chance to thank the fine folks at Prairie Farms. They're the ones responsible for putting on this big tournament, the 35th annual Collinsville Holiday Classic, brought to you by farmer-owned and locally produced Prairie Farms. Prairie Farms, the official sponsor of the Collinsville Holiday Classic. They are supplying all athletes with chocolate milk after each game. Get on the road to recovery with delicious Prairie Farms chocolate milk. For more information, you can visit the Prairie Farms website at prairiefarms.com. Just underway here in this second quarter. Coach Lee calls a timeout right after a turnover and a basket.
Todd, I get the feeling that Coach Lee's not too happy with the rebounding right now.
No, I would think not.
They should be grabbing some of those boards there. Got a height advantage with the two bigs in there. They shouldn't be giving up those offensive rebounds.
There is Zane Baker, top of the key for Kawan Smith at the free throw line. Smith takes a shot, uses the glass perfectly to tie this game back up at 17. 1 minute gone here in this second quarter. Generals bring the ball up. Here's Kwai Smith. Smith has the ball back at the top of the key and gives it up now for Matthews. Matthews. Bounce pass, still at the top of the key to Kobe Berry. Excuse me. Berry gives it to Jones. Jones from the left wing, spins in the perimeter, kicks it back out. Excuse me again. And in the paint, a rebound handled there by not one of the big guys, Zane Baker. He'll get it up to Kawan Smith. Smith Brings it across the timeline with 6:20 left to play. Here's Rayshawn Taylor with a long three, and that one's good. Collinsville has their first lead of this game.
Rayshawn Taylor's feeling it early.
20-17. Collinsville up by 3. Generals with the ball. Kobe Berry out on the left wing being watched by Kadrian Jones. Now over to the other Jones. That is Keon Jones for the Generals. He wears number 12. Not to be confused with the bigger number 41 wearing purple out there, and Kadrian Jones. Back to Smith. We got a couple of Smiths and a couple of Jones on each team here at the floor at the same time. Makes it tough on a play-by-play guy, you know?
Smith and Jones.
Smith and Jones. At least their last name's not Wesson.
Yeah. Didn't want any of that.
I had to. Smith
that's
out front
walk.
and a travel.
Can't do that in basketball.
That will be a turnover for the Generals as they bring back in Skylar Walker and Caden Lowry. Marshall Harrison checks back into the game for Collinsville as Kadrian Jones goes to the bench for a little bit of a rest. So back to the original starting 5 here for Collinsville. Here is Kawan Smith. Smith out toward midcourt, brings it around to the left side. Reverses direction and a pass to Zane Baker. Zane Baker over on the right wing. Dribbles once, gives it back to Smith. Smith back to Baker. Thought he was going to launch a 3. Harrison will, and it's good.
Well, maybe that's one way of getting them out of the zone. They're going to have to maybe man up and try to match Collinsville man for man, but it's going to be tough when 2 bigs are in there. They're not in there now, both, but there
There's
will be.
Keon Jones with a 3-point answer, and he does answer it.
And that works too.
23-20. Kahawks have the 3-point lead. 4:45 left to play here in this first half. Here is Rayshawn Taylor. Bluffs a 3, cuts through the lane, takes the shot, but a foul will be called before that, and that was away from the play for Taylor, as he might have cut right past Deion Jackson, as Deion Jackson gets called for his second, team 9th, and Collinsville back to the free throw line.
Todd, does Rayshawn Taylor remind you a little bit of Hargrove when he gets the ball and drives the middle?
Yeah,
a
little bit.
The speed and the athletic ability.
A little bit more height on the other guy, but yeah. And Rayshawn Taylor misses a free throw.
Now, to me, this is one of the most perplexing things there is about Rayshawn, who set tournament records last year for his effective free throw shooting, and he's one of many on the team that is not.
Well, he went 2 for 2 yesterday.
And that's not enough free throws to
No.
be taken, number 1 for him. But if he shoots 8 or 9, he's been missing 3 or 4.
That one's in. Collinsville extends their lead to 24. Yeah, it gets a little frustrating. If you think we're frustrated, how do you think Coach Lee feels?
Oh, yeah, and plus Rayshawn's going to have the ball in his hands a lot in clutch situations. He's going to get fouled a lot. He's got to make his free throws. And he did that last year here.
Sure did. And a very spectacular clip.
Yeah.
Inbound pass will come in from Tiandre Woodland. He gets it in to the hands of Talafero. Talafero brings it up the far side. That's the left side. 4.5 minutes to go here in this first half. Out to the near side wing for Woodland. He gets it inside, back outside for Talafero. Talafero being watched by Rayshawn Taylor. A one-arm pass to Woodland. Woodland moves from the right wing, almost traveled there. And now Jones with the ball over on the far side wing for Matthews. Matthews dribbles and drives in the paint, takes the shot, off balance, won't go. Rebound, put back, no good. And the second rebound also ended up into the hands of Caden Lowry. So Collinsville having a hard time with the rebounds.
They shouldn't. They've got the one, MacArthur has the one big kid in there, 6'8", Keaton Lowry, but he's a slender guy, but he's long, and he's causing some problems and some deflections, and the smaller guys are coming in from the back and grabbing some, but looks like Collinsville should be able to handle them off on the boards, but they're not.
Laurent Geladini into the game, and he commits a foul. That's how we know he's on the floor, because his number is up on the board. And the first shot makes it in for Lowry. Second shot on the way. That one rims out, and the rebound knocked out of bounds by Marshall Harrison, and the Generals will get to keep it.
That was weird because it looked like the MacArthur guy had the inside position on him. It's off Marshall instead.
Talafero collects the inbound pass. Gets it back into Woodland's hands. Now a drive and a shot and a score by Walker.
Real explosive first step there and got around his man for the easy lay-in.
1 point lead for Collinsville. Here is Geladini to Baker, back to Geladini. at the top of the key, over to Rayshawn Taylor on the right wing. One dribble, he picks it up, back to Geladini, almost a turnover. Here's Baker, back out front to Laurent. Over into the corner, Marshall Harrison, three-point shot, yes! Marshall Harrison on fire from beyond the three-point stripe. 27-23, 4-point lead for Collinsville. 3:25 left to play here in this first half. With the ball, the Generals and Jickian Matthews. Matthews over to Talaferro. Back over to Matthews in the corner in front of the Collinsville bench. Matthews looking for some room. Instead, he dumps it off underneath the basket. A loose ball picked up after it hit the bottom of the rim there. And Collinsville comes away with it. Here is Taylor. Kicks it back out front to Geladini, to Marshall Harrison. Back out front to Laurent. Over on the far side, Zane Baker. Baker bluffs, sending it into the corner to Rayshawn Taylor. Gives to Geladini at the free throw line. He gives it up to Marshall Harrison. Harrison just into the perimeter, now back outside. Long three. Rayshawn Taylor falls a little bit short on that one. Rebound falls right down into the hands of Talaferro. He takes it coast to coast, takes a shot, can't get it to go. Rebound falls right down into the hands of Zane Baker. Baker brings it up over on the right side. Out front, Marshall Harrison, three. Oh, that one skips right across the net. I thought he was going to have three in a row. And a attempted save there by Dante Williams, but apparently he had a toe out of bounds when he got his hand on that ball.
That would have been a big one if it went, Todd. I think the place would have gone a little crazy there. Would have given a 7-point lead, but didn't go.
4-point lead still for Collinsville, so it is a two-possession game, 2:27 left to play here in this first half. Inbound pass will come in from Keon Jones right at the end of his bench. He'll get it right back from Woodland, and they'll move the ball up to Lawson. Lawson over on the right wing. Thought about penetrating, brings it back out, and now back out toward midcourt. It's Keon Jones. Over onto the wing for Woodland. Back out front for Lowry. Lowry to Talaferro. Talaferro in front of the Kahok bench. Back out top of the key now for Lawson. He'll drive and he'll skip. And we're going to have a foul called.
A little bump on his way.
That's by Zane Baker. So Zane Baker will pick up his second. And that'll be the fifth team foul.
I think he might have walked, but it was after the foul.
Yep. 2:04 left to play in this first half. Zane Baker to the bench. Aaron Moulton will come in and take his place. So Collinsville with their two big 6'6" guys out there on the floor, and a inbound pass. That was meant to be a little bit of an alley-oop inbound for Lowry to score on, and that draws another whistle. And Kadrian Jones will pick up his second foul. Caden Lowry at the free throw line. He went 3 of 4 from there yesterday, and he's already 2 for 3 today. That brings his team back to within 3. Kobe Berry will check in for Lowry after Lowry takes this next shot. That one rolls off to the right. Rebound belongs to Rayshawn Taylor, so Berry will have to wait a little bit longer. Rayshawn back into the backcourt, gets it to Kawan Smith. Now back to Taylor, back to Smith across the line. Right in front of the scorer's bench. Smith brings it around, top of the key, pulls up in front of the free throw line, takes a shot, won't fall. Jones with the rebound, back to Smith from the same spot, still can't get it to fall. This time the rebound ends into the hands of Caden Lowry. Generals bring it up. There's a pass all the way down. Thought it was going to hit the backboard for a minute, and then a putback by Talaferro.
Nice pass to start that layup.
That looked like it was going to hit the bottom right-hand corner of that backboard on the way down there.
I thought it was going to go off the scoreboard there for a second.
Yeah. 1-point game. Kahawks with the 1-point lead. Here is Rayshawn Taylor to Aaron Moulton. Moulton takes it outside of the perimeter in front of the Decatur bench and lobs a pass that somehow finds Marshall Harrison. Harrison takes a shot, no good. Kawan Smith puts it back up and in. Under a minute to go. Here's Jones into the corner. 3-point shot coming from Talaferro. A little too short. Jones with the rebound. Gives to Rayshawn Taylor, who is then bumped off the ball by Talaferro. So Talaferro will pick up his team's 10th foul, and that will send Rayshawn Taylor to the free throw line to shoot 2. And this is where we need to start having him drop these.
He needs to make them both. He needs to get some confidence started. Because right now I think it's become sort of a mental thing too, Todd. I'm sure Coach Lee's harping on him about it. So they're thinking about it and they're working on it in practice. But it's not happening in games.
Sometimes the brain is the worst part of being an athlete.
It can be. It can be your ally or it can hurt you.
Taylor makes that one, so he's settled down a bit. Let's see if he can do 2 in a row here. Right now it's a 4-point lead for Collinsville with 50 seconds left to play here in this first half.
Rayshon's got a nice stroke. It just maybe something's off with it. I don't know.
Ryan Bartley checks into the game for the first time for the Generals. Taylor ready for his next shot. That one's too strong. Hits that fat part of the iron and bounces right back out. So Taylor 1 for 3 from the free throw line here in this game so far. 40 seconds left here in this first half. Here is Woodland. Woodland throws the ball away. Oh, it never did quite make it out of bounds. Now Kawan Smith jumps on it. Timeout. No. Ball loose. Still loose. Dante Williams is going to pick it up in the corner. He's going to get double teamed. Call a timeout. There you go.
A soccer game breaking out there.
Man.
Combination of football and soccer on that.
Coach Lee was over there jumping up and down, calling for a timeout. Finally, the referee in the backcourt saw it.
Frenetic.
Man, I'm telling you what. 23.4 seconds left to play here in this first half. Let's go ahead and thank some of our sponsors. How about Metro East Roofing and Guttering, locally owned and operated by Tony and Corey Jones. Since 1987, they are brothers and they are Kahok alums. Metro East Roofing and Guttering, they can help with all of your roofing, guttering, and siding needs. They're located at 1231 Lebanon Road in Collinsville. Metro East Roofing and Guttering is the hometown company you know and trust. Give them a call. 618-345-5679 today for your free estimate. You can also visit their Facebook page at Metro East Roofing and Guttering. 30-26. Collinsville up by 4. 23.4 seconds left to play here in this first half. Inbound pass will come in front of the Decatur bench by Marshall Harrison. Harrison gets it into Rayshon Taylor. Taylor will take it in front of the scorer's bench with 20 seconds left here in this first half. Taylor drives, top of the key. Being blocked out by Jackson. Now get it over to Marshall Harrison. He dumps it off. No look pass. Moulton off the glass. Won't go. Tip back 1. Won't go. Tip back 2. Won't go. And now a jump ball called. Possession arrow stays in favor of Collinsville with 3.2 seconds left here in this first half.
MacArthur in a man-to-man now, and that should favor the Kahoks in terms of the rebounding, as it showed there.
Zane Baker will check back in. He'll take the place of Dante Williams. Rayshon Taylor will inbound from underneath of his own basket. 3.2 seconds left for Collinsville to get a shot off. Into the corner. Quan Smith, 3 points. Oh, he just missed. And right at the buzzer, that ball gets knocked out of bounds. And after 1 half of play, it is the Collinsville Kahawks 30 and the Decatur MacArthur Generals 26. We will take a break, wait for our halftime stats to arrive, and tell you all about it next on the Kahawk Sports Network.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Back here at Collinsville High School, let's take a look at your first half stats. Collinsville Kahawks lead the Decatur MacArthur Generals by 4, 30-26. Leading scorer in this one thus far belongs to Decatur MacArthur, and that is Keon Jones with 14 points. After that, Slim Pickens, 4 points apiece for A.J. Lawson and Carrie Talaferro, and then 2 points for Skylar Walker. Rayshawn Taylor leads Collinsville in points with 12. After that, 6 points for Aaron Moulton off the bench. Marshall Harrison also has 6. Kawan Smith with 4. And Kedrian Jones with 2. 3-point line, Collinsville struggling again. 4 of 10 from beyond the 3-point stripe. Decatur MacArthur not much better at 2 for 8. From the free throw line, Collinsville needs some work, kids. They are 4 of 9 from the free throw line, while Decatur MacArthur went 2 of 4. Rebound battle being won by Collinsville, 18-16. And the turnovers, Collinsville has 5, and Decatur MacArthur has 4. We had a 15-15 game after the first quarter went in the books. Collinsville outscored the Generals 15-11 in that second quarter to take the 4-point lead. That's a look at your first half stats. A little bit of a break. In about 3 minutes, we'll be back, and we'll have second half action for you. That will come your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today, 618-344-2800, or on the Missouri side, 314-241-5253, or online, lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is a T3 certified tire center, and they can handle all of the basics, like oil changes and tune-ups, and the not-so-basic stuff, like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations, Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Todd Duke, Dave Wilhelm, and Zach Roseman. All of us have faces for radio.
That's what Steve Porter said, at least.
Yeah, well, my mom told me that a long time ago.
And that explains Steve's affinity for radio, too. He knows how it works.
Well, a 30-26 game. Your thoughts on the first half?
Well, once Collinsville was able to establish more of the tempo, I think they did okay, and their rebounded, no pun intended, in the second part of the game, and they started getting some more, one shot and out for MacArthur. Collinsville will have to figure out how to attack that zone if MacArthur uses it again.
3-point shots not falling for Collinsville. Free throw shots not falling for Collinsville. They can figure those two things out, and they should be able to march all the way to the championship game.
I get the feeling it's a game Collinsville will gradually peck away and pull away, but you just don't know. MacArthur's so athletic and so quick, and they like to get up and down.
Inbound pass. MacArthur gets the ball first as we begin the second half. We are underway. Generals shooting at the basket closest to us now, and out toward the midcourt stripe it is Keon Jones. Jones gets it right back from Talaferro, and right off the bat, we have 13 seconds in, and you had all that time at halftime to talk about stuff, and then you call a timeout 13 seconds after the period begins.
I don't know what he told them at halftime, but whatever he told them to come out in, they did not do, and he immediately called it 13 seconds in, like you said, to get straightened out. He's not happy.
No.
Ron Ingram, he's been here a while. He's had some good teams at MacArthur. He's kind of a no-nonsense guy, sort of like LT, Lawrence Thomas at Springfield Southeast.
Yeah.
Does not like to see guys that don't listen. And they weren't doing whatever he asked.
Yeah, I guess whatever he told them, they said, we're going to ignore it. And then he said, well, wait a minute.
But as you pointed out,
wait a minute.
It is strange to see that coming out of the half.
It is. That's like in football when you call a timeout and you got to delay a game.
yeah. Oh, yeah. It happens more than you want to see it.
Oh, yeah. Over on the far side, Jones gets it over to this side now for Woodland, and out to the top of the key. Lowry has to wrestle the ball away, and then he throws it away.
There's some confusion going on out there.
Yeah, they are.
With MacArthur. And that timeout, not having that timeout, if it's a close game, could come back and hurt him.
And that timeout apparently didn't help. They turned the ball over anyway. Here's Kawan Smith, Collinsville now with the first opportunity for some offense here in the second half. To Rayshawn Taylor. Marshall Harrison right in front of Coach Lee. Back out to Smith. Over to Taylor. Taylor. Oh, the old alley-oop try. And that is off of Marshall Harrison's hands and out of bounds. So Collinsville will turn the ball over as well here to start off the second half. Not what these two teams had in mind at all, I would imagine.
Especially in a close game. You want to come out in that first possession. You want to be nice and crisp with it and execute, maybe score. Here's
Keon Jones with a three-point shot from the corner, and all of a sudden it's a one-point game again. 1 minute gone here in this third quarter, 30-29. Collinsville with the one-point advantage. Here comes Rayshawn Taylor. Taylor dribbles his way over to the left wing, gives it up to Marshall Harrison. Here he comes baseline, takes the shot, can't get it to fall, and the rebound belongs to Caden Lowry. And the Generals move the ball back up court. Jones worked his way up, and a foul coming up against Marshall Harrison.
Todd, they're 40 feet away from the basket, and the player was not dangerous yet, and there's really no need to foul out there. And that's 2 or 3 times Collinsville's fouled 40, 45 feet away from the basket.
First one for Marshall Harrison. First one in this half for either team. Here is Jones once again, Keon Jones. I guess they could call him KJ as well with the same initials as our Kedrian Jones. Here's another turnover by the Generals. Kawan Smith bounces it to the big man off the glass too hard.
Great floor run by Kedrian Jones. Just couldn't finish the layup.
Once again, here's the other Jones. Keon, three-point shot. That one rattles, won't fall. Rebound belongs to our Jones, Kedrian Jones. Hands the ball off to Rayshawn Taylor. Taylor brings it up over on the left wing. Far side of the court to Kawan Smith. His shot rolls across the rim as well. Collinsville can't find the bottom of the basket here until they finally do with Kedrian Jones, and he'll head to the free throw line and try to break that 1-for-7 slump that he's in from there.
Jones is working hard in the low blocks. He's not always getting rewarded for it, but he is working very hard.
3-point lead for Collinsville. Jones, Kedrian, free throw, no good.
Way short on that one.
Man, he's having a hard time from that charity stripe. I think he needs to slow down a bit. All the way back the other way, and a putback basket good for Caden Lowry. And once again, it's a 1-point game.
The more I see of him, the more I like him. He's a talented player. Long and lean, but he's alters shots, and he's a pretty good finisher around the rim.
He is, man. He's a beanpole. He could stand next to a telephone pole and stand sideways. You wouldn't be able to see him.
Oh, yeah.
Into the corner. Harrison for 3. That one rattles in.
Marshall with the 3-point shot going today.
Yeah, he had a few of those in the first half. Went 2 of 4, actually. Hit his first 2 straight.
Collinsville's so dangerous when they have Rayshawn and Marshall hitting shots.
Now we're going to get Kadrian Jones called on a foul. That'll be the second foul here for Collinsville in this second half. That's his third. So he'll go to the bench. Aaron Moulton will come in to take his place.
That's not going to let them go with the two bigs. They're like they did in the first half with one of them on the bench with foul trouble.
Yeah. That could loom large late. We'll have to find out. And the inbound pass comes in right off the bat. Caden Lowry banks it off the glass.
Yeah, Moulton got caught ball watching. They're looking to the wrong place.
2-point lead for Collinsville. 5 minutes and 5 seconds left here in this third quarter. 35-33, Collinsville with the 2-point lead. Here's Zane Baker on the right wing, back to the top of the key for Taylor. Inside, trying to work it to Moulton. Back outside, Zane Baker. Baker dribbles finally away from that wing and then spins. Doesn't go very far. Over to Kawan Smith on the left wing. Smith kicks it back outside. 3-point shot. Zane Baker, yes!
I think we had that in the game the other day, too. He made a big shot in the second half. We talked if he can do that to loosen up the offense once in a while, that helps Collinsville a lot. He's not really a shooter, but
yeah,
he can do it once in a while.
5-point lead for the Kahawks, 38-33. Here's a 3-point shot. That one rattles, won't fall. Rayshawn Taylor with the rebound and the outlet pass to Marshall Harrison, and that was too far. Picked up by the Generals and thrown back in before it could go out of bounds. And here is A.J. Lawson with a shot that won't fall, but the putback is good by Jakean Matthews.
This is a battling MacArthur team. They fight.
Halfway through this third quarter, 38-35 in favor of Collinsville. Here is Rayshawn Taylor, picks up his dribble, gives to Zane Baker over on the wing. He got tugged on. Harrison for 3 more, yes! Harrison on fire. 41-35, 6-point lead, biggest lead so far here this afternoon for Collinsville. Here is Jones. He puts it in the basket as well. And a 41-37 game. 4-point lead for Collinsville. Here is Kawan Smith. Smith brings it up across the line, gets it to Zane Baker, back to Smith, top of the key, over to Rayshawn Taylor. Taylor is fouled by Kauri Talaferro, and Talaferro will pick up his team's second foul here in this third quarter. That gives each team 2 fouls, and that is the third foul for Talaferro, so he will head to the bench. Or not. Actually, they're going to send A.J. Lawson to the bench.
Let Talaferro play through it. He's a senior. Figure he'll play a little smart.
Here is Rayshawn Taylor trying to get past Talaferro. He does, off the glass, and it rolls across the rim. And there is Lowry with another rebound for the Generals. Here is Talaferro. Talaferro trying to break in from the right wing, blocked out there by Smith and Baker. Back out to the front, Talaferro up to the free throw line. That is Matthews. Kicks it into the corner. 3-point shot on the way. Jackson won't fall, and the rebound pushed out of bounds by the Generals, and Collinsville will get the ball back. 2:59 left to play.
It's been a good balance in this game between threes and points in the paint. I mean, both teams can shoot the three.
There is Kawan Smith getting pushed from behind by Matthews. Matthews will pick up his second foul, third team foul, and the inbound pass will come at midcourt, near midcourt, right in front of the scorer's table. Zane Baker looking and finding Kawan Smith on the run in the paint, takes the shot. Oh, get that away from my basket, says Caden Lowry.
He's a nice player. When he jumps straight up to block shots like that and come straight down, he's pretty good. When you lean in, they're going to get you for that one.
Inbound pass comes in, immediately knocked out of bounds by Matthews, so Collinsville will redo it, this time from the opposite side of the basket. 2:52 left to play here in this third quarter. 41-37, 4-point lead for Collinsville. Aaron Moulton collects the inbound pass to Zane Baker, to Kawan Smith, top of the key to Rayshawn Taylor. Taylor, double team, gets out of it. Over to Zane Baker, a 3-point shot. Oh, that one had enough arc on it, just fell a little bit short. And the rebound by Jones, and he comes down. Now we're going to have a foul coming up against Kawan Smith.
Mark Powell makes the call on the block. Springfield official.
Second foul for Kawan Smith, each team now with 3. Inbound pass comes into Lowry, who promptly gives it up for Jackson. Jackson back to Lowry. Wide open three-point shot. You can't give him that much space.
That's a horse shot there, Todd.
Telling you.
You made those in 8th grade PE class probably.
With my eyes closed from the end of the driveway.
Yeah, we talked briefly about Mark Powell just making that call. He's from Springfield, Illinois. He's going to leave here today and officiate a game at Taylorville, a great
really?
gym.
Tonight?
Yes, he's leaving immediately after this game for
wow.
8 o'clock game at Taylorville. These guys run all over the state, and they don't get a lot of credit. They get a lot of grief, but not much credit. They're not making a lot of money here.
No, I'm sure they're not. Aaron Moulton banks one off the glass. And a timeout called by Decatur MacArthur as Collinsville is up by 3, 43-40, 2:06 left to play here in this third quarter. Let's go ahead and thank some more of our sponsors. How about the Junior Service Club of Collinsville? Since 1934, the Junior Service Club has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go help the needy in Collinsville. You can head to the Facebook page, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and that'll give you information on any of their events. Let's also thank the Collinsville Education Association. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website, collinsvillecea.org.
Todd, you not only do all the play-by-play for all these games, you've got to read the advertising.
The ones that I don't already have recorded on my laptop, I do.
We'll have to get you a staff.
Last year, I did not have the capability of playing commercials on my laptop, so every commercial I read. I was shocked that I did not. I still had a voice at the end of 3 days.
Well, that's amazing.
This helps out a little bit.
And you know, it's you should be commended for all the work you do, Todd. You work your tail off and to bring these basketball games and other sporting events from Collinsville to the people, and I hope they appreciate it.
I know they do. I get told that all the time.
Good.
So it's very nice. I like to hear things like that. And
you've got the passion to do it, and you have to have it to make that thing last longer than a year or two, and it has. So.
Well, I wish I could make more money at it. And I could quit my day job.
Yeah, that'd be nice, especially to do something like you like.
Yes. Into the corner it goes to Keon Jones. Kawan Smith is all over him trying to force a turnover. And back out to Talaferro. Now back over to Jones. Jones back to Talaferro, and that ball almost knocked out of bounds by Talaferro. Rayshawn Taylor got his hands on it and tried to knock it off of Talaferro, but that did not work. Here's Jones after the inbound pass. Now he directs traffic, tells Talaferro to go to the other corner. Talaferro reverses direction, and now we'll have a foul against Kawan Smith. It amazes me when these guys put their hands all over a body, and they're still amazed they got called for a foul.
Yeah, like I didn't touch him.
What are you talking about?
That's like walking by a chest of drawers, and after Christmas there's a present on the top that never got given, and the kid will walk by, and the chest of drawers falls. He said, I didn't touch it.
I didn't touch it. I did not touch it. Back at the midcourt stripe, here is Deion Jackson for the Generals. They trail by 3 with 1:20 left to play here in this third quarter. Back out to the top of the key now for Matthews. Matthews over in front of his own bench. Picks up his dribble. Bounces the ball into Talaferro. Talaferro shot good. And the Generals are within 1 once again.
That's another guy I'm impressed with, Talaferro. He's a nice, heady player. He's senior and looks like he knows what he's doing out there.
There's Kawan Smith busting through a lot of traffic. And, oh, what a nice job. Kawan Smith danced his way down the court, weaving in and out of defenders, and banks it off the glass for 2.
Kawan's jumpers haven't fallen today, but that's a nice high-percentage shot he got there with a lot of hard work.
3-point lead back for Collinsville. Here at the midcourt stripe, it is Jackson. Jackson comes over to the left wing. Under 35 seconds to play here in this third quarter. Back over to Keon Jones. Jones in front of his own bench. Launches a 3-point shot. That one misses the mark. And there is Aaron Moulton, who pulls down the rebound. Gives to Rayshawn Taylor. Taylor races it up the court. Past Talaferro. Dumps it off. Kawan Smith. You're right. Can't hit that jumper. But there is Taylor with the rebound. He lost it. And then it comes up to Talaferro in a race, and Talaferro lost it.
He lost it. He was getting ready to go up with the ball to lay it in, and he lost the handle on it, and out it went.
Tried to get it from the right hand to the left hand, and when he tried that, it left both hands.
I don't know about you, Todd. There's some good players on this court right now.
Oh, yeah, there are.
Both teams have some nice players on the floor. The effort has been outstanding in this game.
10 seconds. Here is Baker. Back to Smith. 5 seconds. Kawan Smith. Drives, top of the key, takes a shot, and that's going to be off to the left at the buzzer and no good.
He should have looked to find somebody to create
Well, that's the end of 3 quarters, 45-42 in favor of Collinsville, as we will take a break and come back and bring you 4th quarter action. That'll be next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today, 618-344-2800, or on the Missouri side, 314-241-5253, or online, lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside.
No matter where you go, that song will get everybody to start singing. Even those folks that don't have a voice, man. You put on some Neil Diamond, Sweet Caroline, and everybody joins in on the fun.
We need to get some Def Leppard going for you, right?
I'm telling you. All right, 4th quarter. This should be fun. 3-point game.
Great finish here coming up.
Kahawks have the 3-point lead as we begin the 4th quarter. Aaron Moulton inbounds to Kawan Smith. Smith takes it up across the line and moves over toward the right wing. Now top of the key. He'll hand the ball off to Taylor. Taylor. Inside, turnaround shot by Marshall Harrison. No good. Putback is, and Kadrian Jones will head to the free throw line. Although saying those words doesn't mean much right now when you're talking about Jones, who is 1 for his last 8 from the line.
Yeah, you know, on that play, it's a tough rebound to get because I think Kadrian, to a man, he's sitting there watching Marshall take a 3-foot shot and thinking he's going to make it.
Yeah.
But he reacted nicely and laid it in. Now he's got to finish the 3, which has been a challenge.
Takes a little bit more time this go-around, but it still rolls right around that rim. And he is now stuck in a 1 for 10 slump from the free throw line. Here is Keon Jones. Takes it in to the perimeter, spin move in the lane, takes the shot, and the foul is going to belong to, unfortunately, Kadrian Jones, and that's going to be his 4th.
You know, he's going to find some time on the bench again with that one, I think. I don't think Coach Lee will let him play through it.
Well, Moulton is already out there. Right now, Coach Lee not making a move.
You can maybe take him out till about the 3.5, 4-minute mark and just hope you can nurse this lead.
47-42, 5-point lead at the free throw line. It is Keon Jones. He did not have a trip to the free throw line in the first half and hits the first one, bring his team back to within 4.
Kadrian Jones is pleading his case, saying he was just standing straight up. But
too late. They're not going to change their mind.
No, and if the shooter goes into him, you know, and his hands are there and he hits it, it's going to be the foul on Kadrian. So that's.
Keon Jones hits both of his. 3-point lead for Collinsville. Here is Kadrian Jones. Gets it up to Rayshawn Taylor. He splits a couple of defenders. Throws a shovel pass up to Kawan Smith through the perimeter at the free throw line. Smith almost traveled. Here is Moulton. Strong move off the glass. Good for 2.
Moulton's played a solid game, really. He's been great and really aggressive and strong underneath.
Scored 6 points in the first half. Now he's up to 8. And here is Telefero.
You know, 8 to 10 points for him. I think he'll take that.
1 minute gone here in this 4th quarter. Kobe Berry ready to check in at the next opportunity. Here is Telefero with a 3-point shot from the corner that's good.
He is a talented player. Lost the ball a while ago, but he is, when he squares up for 3, he's dangerous and he's good. He's a good leader on this team.
Decatur MacArthur calls the timeout. Time for us to thank some more of our sponsors. How about Pace Design and Construction in Maryville? Whether building a new home, making an addition to the home you currently own, or finally getting around to that remodeling job you've been putting off, Pace Design and Construction in Maryville can help. Pace Design and Construction is a building and remodeling contractor that you can trust. They provide the highest quality, they are dedicated to their customers, and they are committed to completing your project on time and within budget. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Give them a call, 618-407-5466, or online at pacedesignconstruct.com. Winner moves on to the semifinals later on tonight. Already 2 teams in the semis, Springfield Southeast and Rockford East. Here comes Collinsville. Rayshawn Taylor drives and is fouled on his way. Deon Jackson, excuse me, commits his 3rd foul. Each team now with 5. And Woodland will come in to take the place of Jackson. Inbound pass, Marshall Harrison right off the inbound pass. A little touch job right into the basket, 51-47. Collinsville up by 4 once again.
Marshall's probably been the Kahoks' best player in this game.
I agree. Here is Keon Jones, top of the key. Throws it over to Talafero. Talafero in front of his own bench, directing some traffic. Barry is into the game. And now back to the top of the key for Matthews. Here's a pass to Jones, and off some hands. Rayshawn Taylor picks up the loose ball, gets around a couple of defenders off the glass, counted for 2 more.
Talafaro gambled, went for the steal. He didn't want to foul him going up, so he just went for the steal and it didn't work out. Rayshawn got to the rim and laid it in.
Here's Jones. Jones! Oh, you got to be kidding me. Backs right into Kawan Smith and knocks him down, and Smith's going to get called for the foul.
In that case, Todd, the out-of-control player was Jones. I don't know if Collinsville had position, but he was out of control, and usually they call the foul on the player out of control, but not that time.
That's the 4th foul for Kawan Smith as well. So you got Smith and Kedrian Jones in foul trouble, but KJ's on the bench now for Collinsville.
Yeah.
Kawan Smith, you can't afford to lose either one of them, the big guy or the small guy.
It's a 2-possession game, so right now Collinsville's in okay shape without Kedrian Jones.
Oh, there's a big steal by Rayshawn Taylor. He'll go up and put in a little finger tipper on the right side of the rim.
In better shape now.
Yeah, they are. That is a 8-point lead.
Todd, how many players with the emotions running high would have the thought, hey, I'm just going to lay this ball in?
Yeah.
Most people would say, I'm going to dunk this thing and put on a show. And Rayshawn just went in and calmly laid it in, and that's what you like to see. When you're an old guy like you and I, you want to see the guy just make the fundamental play. You don't need the electric.
I don't care for dunks. They're fine if you want to put on a dunking contest in an all-star game. But other than that, I really don't care.
And Todd, if he misses
it's a basket.
They come down and hit a 3. The game's totally different.
Rayshawn Taylor gets called for a foul there. Collinsville now up to 7, so it's 1-and-1 time, and that one misses, but the rebound belongs to, another steal by Rayshawn Taylor. And again, he'll take it off the right side of the rim and into the basket for 2 more.
2 solid plays by Rayshawn Taylor. Excellent plays by Rayshawn.
A 60-second timeout on the floor, so we will step aside as well. Back in just a little bit here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, and accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs, sauces, and they donate 25 cents of each unit sold to first responder and military organizations that focus on providing aid to the fallen, suicide prevention, and PTSD awareness. Stop on by, see the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place world champion Patriot Sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at Code 3 Spices.
Back at Collinsville High School, Todd Duke, Dave Wilhelm, Zach Roseman. We're all glad that you're with us here on the Kahok Sports Network. Collinsville now up by 10 points, their biggest lead of the day so far.
They can keep Kedrian Jones on the bench as long as they play like this.
Yeah. I'm sure KJ wouldn't mind. I'm sure he'd like to be out there playing, but he understands. He's got 4 fouls, so
smart kid.
He's not needed at this particular point in the juncture. Here is Jones passing the ball over to Woodland. Woodland has that pass picked off by Kawan Smith. Oh, behind the back dribble by Smith. And a double dribble they're going to call.
Yeah, hey, give credit to the Collinsville guards. They're anticipating these passes. They're buying time. The clock's expiring. You're going lower. And they're getting these steals. And they turn it over that time, but still, defense has been good.
5:03 left to play here in this fourth quarter. 10-point lead for Collinsville. Here comes Keon Jones across the timeline, and he gives the ball up to Jackson. Jackson races around, pulls up stakes, and a cross-court pass to Talafero. Talafero back to where it came from in Jackson. Jackson picks up his dribble again, a tip pass, and another steal by Kawan, and a foul coming up against Talafero.
That's 4 straight steals, correct?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And that's in a 10-point game. Those are huge. You don't want to get them any momentum. Gets them rolling.
Kawan Smith, the last regular season game I did, which was last Friday against Springfield, came into that game leading his team with 46 steals on the year.
He's gotten 2 more here.
At
One
least.
of them he turned over, but yeah, two in this last series of 4. I like Kawan Smith, what he has. He's not a scorer, but he brings a lot of intensity. He brings some defense, as we're seeing. He kind of runs the show.
And he's fast.
He's really fast. You got to account for him everywhere on the floor. And there's room for guys like that. You don't have to be a scorer.
Here is Taylor. Speaking of score, keeps on using the right side of that rim. 2 more points.
20 for him.
And now it's a 12-point lead for Collinsville. Rayshawn Taylor with 20 points and another steal by Kawan Smith. Gets it to Zane Baker, and Baker uses the right side of the rim for 2 more points.
They're changing this game with the defense, and Coach Darren Lee has to be so happy about seeing that. They pulled away. This is a 14-point game now because of the defense.
Been very close up until now, halfway through this 4th quarter. Decatur MacArthur in a little bit of trouble. Here is Keon Jones. Jones, spin move on the wing. He'll pull back, take a 3-point shot, too strong. And the rebound comes out the other side, and that's picked up by the Generals, and they put it back in, does Keon Jones.
They always say good defense will spark the offense, and it did there.
Jones with 26 points in this game. Here is Taylor. He misses. Put back try by Moulton, no good, and he's fouled.
He'll get shoot some free throws.
Yeah, Moulton's not been too bad from the free throw line. Compared to the rest of his teammates, they've been very spotty.
Yeah, with a 12-point lead, Collinsville just needs to hold serve, if you will, and finish strong. 3:38 to play.
Keon Jones picks up his first foul. Each team now with 7. Aaron Moulton hits his free throw. Moulton went 2 for 2 in the first half, so now he's 3 for 3, and Kadrian Jones is going to check back in. And he is going to take the place of Rayshawn Taylor. Taylor will get a rest.
We knew the Final Four would be tough, but boy, we also knew one of those top 5 teams was going to be eliminated.
Yeah.
In this case, it's East St. Louis, a very worthy team to be in the semis. But between Southeast, Rockford East, possibly Collinsville here, and possibly Lincoln, that's a heck of a Final Four.
It is, yes. That'll be a good couple of games to watch tonight. Here's a floater by Keon Jones. Jones has had a whale of a game. That's 28 points for him now. Here is Kawan Smith. Gets the ball up to Zane Baker. Baker slows it down, gives it back to Smith. 3:15 left to play here in this 4th quarter. 63-51, and here's another nice move by Smith, and that ball gets stripped out of his hands and then knocked out of bounds, and Collinsville will retain possession.
Todd, do you like this setup of playing the semifinals and the quarters and semis on the same day, the second day?
I don't really think you have much of a choice, really.
Yeah, unless you want to go to a 4th day or something like that.
That would just be too much during the holidays.
Yeah, I like this. I like this setup. I thought I liked the other setup better at first, but I think I like this one a little better. They're fresh on championship day now.
Yes, that they are. Here is Kawan Smith.
And it's not as long a day on championship day.
Yeah, and I don't want to go to work right after the day after Christmas either.
Right.
I enjoyed having Wednesday off to lounge around and have fun with all my Christmas presents. I spent the day after Christmas, downloading all my CDs on my laptop so I could transfer them over to my new MP3 player I got.
Oh, nice.
I'm an album guy. I like vinyl.
That's not work for you. That's fun.
I'm a vinyl guy, but when I clean the house or when I cut the grass, I also like to listen to music, and you can't turn the speakers up that loud inside your house and go out and cut the grass and hear it. So the MP3 player works great that way.
You know, that day after the tournament, when the tournament ends, there's another missed free throw by Collinsville.
Yeah.
Kawan Smith misses. The day after the tournament ends, I sit there and I wake up. I almost think I have to go to the gym, and I don't have to anymore.
Oh! Smack that out of here, Kadrian Jones. Yeah, I agree. I'm going to not know what to do Sunday morning. I don't know. I probably won't even know what day it is.
I'm actually going to go cover a tournament that day over in Missouri.
Really?
Championship game of a tournament over at Merrimack. Not a huge fan of Missouri basketball, but I'll go.
Talafero fouls out of this contest. That is the 9th foul for the Generals, and to the free throw line, Zane Baker. How about Zane Baker hitting some free throws?
Looks like he should be able to hit them.
He's not bad at that job, but that one hits off the fat part of the iron, goes straight up into the air, comes back down, and Keon Jones with the rebound. Collinsville's up by 12, 2:35 left to play. Here's a three-point shot that makes its way home for Smith.
3-possession game, 9-point lead for Collinsville with 2:30 to play. Still in great shape. MacArthur would have to hit a few of those threes.
Yeah, they would have to hit a few more of those threes and then hope that Collinsville doesn't score anymore.
Yeah, empty possessions by Collinsville followed by quick threes. That's the only way they can get to. We've seen big leads disappear today. The East St. Louis game against Rockford East. East St. Louis overcame a 6-point deficit just in a short amount of time and into regulation, or in late regulation, I believe it was.
Let's thank some more of our sponsors. How about Chapman Trucking, LLC? Chapman Trucking is a local Collinsville business owned and operated by 1994 Collinsville graduate Christy Chapman. Over 9 years of experience, Chapman Trucking can take care of all the heavy lifting when it comes to hauling aggregate materials such as sand, driveway rock, dirt, boulders, and more, including getting your heavy equipment to your work site. Give Christy a call for a free estimate at Chapman Trucking LLC, 618-960-9346, or online at chapmantruckingllc.net. Inbound pass comes in. Rayshawn Taylor is back into the game now for Collinsville. He splits the defense once again, brings it all the way down, dumps off a pass for Kadrian Jones, but that's picked off in midair by A.J. Lawson. And now Lawson and company work the ball up court. Here is Matthews. Gets the ball back over to Jones. Jones obviously has been their hot hand, and he's been touching that ball a lot here in this game. Here's a three-point try once again. This one falls a little bit short from Quai Smith, and the rebound belongs to Kadrian Jones. Here is Zane Baker. He gives the ball back up to Taylor. Under 2 minutes to go, and now a foul by Jakean Matthews for the Generals. 10th foul, so up to the free throw line shooting 2 is going to be Rayshawn Taylor. Taylor ready for the first one. It's no good. Falls off to the left.
I just wonder whether with him it's somehow the grip of the basketball when he shoots. He looks a little awkward with the shot.
He was a lot smoother looking last year.
Yeah, the way he's gripped the ball somehow, it just doesn't look the same as last year. It's not the same arc and then not the same release. Something looks different. I can't put my finger on it.
10-point lead for Collinsville. 1:50 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Here is Jones. He travels.
Yep.
If the Generals are going to climb back into this one, they can't be doing things like that. Inbound pass will come in from Zane Baker. Baker gets it into Rayshawn Taylor, up to Kawan Smith. Smith avoids the steal, takes it into the paint, dumps it off Aaron Moulton, and Moulton is fouled.
Looks like Kawan Smith might have gotten away with a walk there. He
I
kind
think
of
so.
shuffled his feet. Happened so fast. Everything he does is fast, I think.
Yeah. He has fast feet. He has fast hands.
Yeah, you
He'll
think
poke
about
those hands around and steal a ball from you.
You think about how his quickness would translate in other sports too, like as a running back in football, as a soccer player,
right
on the front line. I mean, baseball on the base. Speed never goes out of style.
No.
In every sport you can use speed. Boy, he's got the speed to play about any sport he wants.
Moulton hits both of his free throws. That's nice to see. Been a while since we've seen a Kahok up at the line hit both of them.
Yeah, it's a good sign for the Kahawks heading into the semifinals.
12-point lead for Collinsville. 90 seconds left to play here in this fourth quarter, and there is another turnover by the Generals, and now we're going to have a double dribble called on Rayshawn Taylor.
The defense has been great. They've had a couple of turnovers off the steals too. So, but I think in the end, Collinsville's okay. I was just looking down, saw Don Otness, the former Bevel East coach, in the stands. There's a lot of people you see out in the stands here. You look around, you see somebody you didn't see earlier. Don Otness.
Jones brings it out, gives it to Bartley. Bartley drives the baseline, takes a shot. It's good. And it's a 10-point game once again, 66-56. Here is Rayshawn Taylor, dumps it off. Marshall Harrison finishes it up, and the 12-point lead remains intact. 1:05 left to play here in this fourth quarter.
16 points for Marshall Harrison. I think he's been one of the key players on the floor for Collinsville today.
He has. Here is Smith in the corner, launches another three, no good. Rebound put back up, and a foul coming up against Rayshawn Taylor.
They were looking for some offensive flow in the first half. He was the one hitting some big threes. Rayshawn hadn't really gotten going yet. Marshall stepped up and hit some big threes and kind of got the offense moving a little bit.
Rayshawn Taylor picks up his second foul, does Taylor, to the free throw line. A.J. Lawson did not have any free throw attempts in that first half, and he puts up an air ball.
That's a good thing for him, maybe. Huh?
Well, you thought Collinsville was struggling from the free throw line. That one didn't even hit twine.
Collinsville's hit the rim.
Lawson ready with the next shot, and that one does, and goes straight up and then back through.
Swish.
68-57. We're under a minute to go, and Collinsville turns the ball back over. Here over in the corner, it is a dribble and a drive by Bartley. He can't get the right shot off, and the rebound on the secondary shot belongs to Collinsville. Here is Kawan Smith, 35 seconds left, and he throws that one. Almost lands into the laptop of our Prairie Farms guy out there that gives us our stats at the end of each half. Yeah. That was headed right for his laptop, and at the last minute, it took a dive right into the scorer's table, right on the front, and Chris saved his laptop.
Chris Mitchell and Brian Lavella do a great job of the box scores here. In the old days, it was done by pencil.
Yeah.
You would get the box score about 2 hours after the game ended. So you had to keep your own stats if you wanted any kind of numbers.
Here's Rayshawn Taylor, 20 seconds left to go. Smith, fingertip roll off the left side of the rim. And Collinsville has a 13-point lead down to the final 15 seconds. Here is Lowry once again. He takes it in and can't get it to fall. And Moulton picks up the rebound. He'll hold on to it for a little bit, and Collinsville will win this one as the final seconds tick away. Collinsville advances to the semifinal with a 70-57 win over Decatur MacArthur. So Collinsville moves on to the semifinals, and they will take on the winner of the next game between Lincoln and Granite City. Decatur MacArthur drops down into the 9:30 game tonight.
That'll be fun, won't it? Playing at 9:30 after you've lost in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, that's probably not too much fun by any team when they have to go through that stuff. All right, that is going to do it for this particular live stream for Collinsville and Decatur MacArthur. We'll take a break, and then we'll bring you the Lincoln Granite City game, and we'll do that here in just a few minutes after a little bit of a break on the Kahok Sports Network.